It's your girl Siobhan. Thank you all for tuning into my channel, Bohemian Soul. If you have not subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Also, hit the like button so you can be notified whenever I make new videos. I'm in a real giggly mood right now because, I be trying to figure out different angles to put this. And it's like, no matter how I angle this, like, I feel like I always look high as fuck. And I don't smoke. I just be looking like this. But moving along. I hope your week has been amazing. And I hope that everyone is still pressing along, still kind of in the same situation, but it is what it is. I don't know what I wanted to talk about, honestly. To be honest with y'all, like, I really, like, just freestyle these videos. Like, I really just be sitting here, like, I'm not going to sit down and, like, plan what I want to say. I'm going to just go ahead and do it. Because sometimes you plan, like, I'd be looking at the paper, and I'm just like, nah, I'm going to just talk freely. Fuck that. But, yeah, anyways, what I really wanted to talk about was... I'm getting really tired of just seeing, like, men and women going up against each other, I feel like, well, here's one thing that I do like about it. I do like that now I feel that women are, like, for real, not about to take any mess from men anymore. Like, it's official. Like, I really think that guys are not ready and they have not been caught up to speed with the times, I be seeing guys post things on their pages or say things, and it's like, yeah, freedom of speech, you should be able to say what you want to say, and you can say what you want to say, but you also have to understand that there's consequences behind what you say. You have a right to say whatever you want to say, but people have a right to respond to whatever you have to say. And I think that people are so used to people not responding and just kind of being like, like brushing past whatever's being said, that when people do respond and they're willing to meet your match, I don't think people be ready for that. All of a sudden there's, like, I can't speak my mind, or da da da. Like, you can speak your mind. You can say whatever you want to say, but you just need to learn to be prepared for what's gonna come back from that. I be seeing guys say a lot of stuff about women, especially when it comes to sexuality. See, this the part that I don't, like, understand. How are you so uncomfortable with a woman that's okay with sexually expressing herself? I don't care what she's doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, if it's not what you want in a woman, that's fine. You don't need to pay attention then. When I hear guys, or see guys acting a certain kind of way, I'm like, oh yeah, nah, that's not for me. That's it. Like, I don't feel like it's my duty to go on my social media platform, or, like, to go even up to this man and be like, yo, you need to change your ways. People are operating on levels where they're at, and you can't make somebody go higher or make someone go lower. Like, it is what it is, just like you want people to respect where you're at in your life. Like, you don't need to be dictating to people where they need to be at in their lives, and so to speak, I say this also, like, everything with me is, like, very, like, I guess subjective, because there's always, what's the word I want to say? There's always exceptions, or there's always, like, different things that make it hard for anything to be streamlined. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do think that women should be able to express themselves in a sexual manner. They should be, they should feel liberated. They should, like, men do it all the time. Like, what's the problem? Like, I don't get it. Like, you just don't want a woman to be doing anything that you're doing. Why is that? Like, what reasoning do you really have? And, like, don't tell me what you've been taught. Like, have you, like, really sat down and questioned where your ideas or your thought process is coming from? Because a lot of you don't. You're not coming from a place of understanding. And that's the biggest issue. A lot of people just be talking to just talk, have no clue about what they're talking about. just very robotic. You can tell it's something that's been drilled inside their head over and over again, because when you start to ask certain questions that lead them to certain understandings, all of a sudden it's a problem. It's like with like religion, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been drilled in your head not to question certain things. Like, you know, this is what it is, and you can't go up against it, because then that means that you're going up against God, or you're going up against certain beliefs and understandings or whatever, which that doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, if something doesn't sound right or doesn't make sense, you should be able to ask questions to have a further explanation on why this is the way it is, you know? And if you don't have an explanation on that, it's like either one of two things. Either you really don't know what you're talking about, like I'm saying, or you don't want me to have that understanding, because you don't want me to own my own understanding or my own power. Because a lot comes with that, you know, when people begin to like wake up and like understand that like what you thought really isn't what it is, you know. And so what I was gonna say now, I was talking about something with the guys. Yeah, like I just feel like a lot of this is coming from a place of just what we've been taught, you know. But I think it's safe to say that in this time period, like, it's okay to question things. It's okay to be able to, you know, like really go deep and try to understand like what about the situation bothers you, if it even bothers you at all, you know. What does it do for your life? What does it do to ruin your life or whatever? Now, I do think that, like, you know, you have people that want to liberate themselves, and I also do believe that you have people that kind of do things from a place of hurt, or maybe just traumatic experiences that have happened to them. Like, because let's be real, like, when it comes to women, like, I can't tell you how many females I know that have told me stories about being molested and raped. Like, as a woman, if you've escaped that, like, you really are lucky. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I really mean that, like, because I really cannot tell you how many stories there are of women being raped and molested. And a lot of it has happened in the childhood, not even at the, you know, like when you know, another thing. I just keep on thinking about all these things, you know, like another thing that like baffles me is when, you know, guys talk about the way women dress and why they get certain attention, or why these things happen to them, when truth be told, most, like, a lot of the cases of rape that happen to young girls that are like not even at their age of puberty, you know. Like, a lot of it has happened in the childhood. So like, obviously there's something missing in the correlation or whatever thought process you have. This is obviously coming from a place of your approval and not actual truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what you want, what you believe, but you're not coming from a place of truth, you know. Because women that dress a certain way, that are okay and comfortable with their skin and their bodies, it's not necessarily that they have to worry about being raped. You more so have to worry about being harassed, which is, you know, bad, and it's obviously in a sense too, but like two very different things, obviously, you know. And we need to clarify that, you know, that needs to be clarified. We need to have an understanding, like, stop talking just to talk and actually have the facts and information, you know, because it's very detrimental to the growth of a society, especially for women, you know. And we need to understand that, like, yo, there's nothing separate about us. I feel like I'm kind of out of this way. I don't know. We're not separate. Like, men are not above women. Women are not above men. Because at the end of the day, like, you know, men cannot exist without women, and women cannot exist without men. Like, you know, when you think about it in an energetic sense, you know, the balance with yin and yang, you know. Don't quote me, but I think yin is women and yang is like men. I don't mean to say women and men, but like masculine, feminine energies and stuff like that. Either way, it's whatever. Together is the balance. Anything that's out of whack becomes a problem, you know. If you got a man that's too masculine, like, and he's not in touch with his feminine side, Because let's be real, we all have both, you know, like we have both masculine characteristics and feminine characteristics. And it doesn't necessarily mean man or woman. It's just like the energy, like you associate like a feminine energy with something more nurturing, a little bit more gentle, intuitive, you know, whereas masculine is a little bit more like, you think of strength and you think of like guidance and, you know, things of that nature, whatever. But without having a balance between both, you know, it's like it disrupts like nature, you know what I'm saying? Like when I think about like, you know, a lot of these guys, like a lot of them, you know, they come from like a place of just like, they can't even be who they want to be in this society, you know what I'm saying? Like, whereas like, you can't shed a tear. You don't even have a support system. You can't, you know, they suffer their own battles with depression and things like that, which is like, you know, it's easy for people to talk about shit that they don't know when they suffer their own battles, because a lot of people like to project or not focus on their own actual issues. But truth be told is that we need to like be able to address all this stuff. We need to be able to understand that we are equal. We're not separate. Like the greatest illusion in this world is separation. And I mean that in every sense of the way, from like men to women, black, white, whatever nations you want to think about. Like where none of us are separate. Like we all need to be together in this in order for this to function. And when it's not like equal, like you're creating like lots of issues, which has been our lives over the years. And now a lot of it is being questioned and open for discussion, and being like a lot, you know, the light is shedding to the dark, and people are not ready for it. But let me tell you, yo, the way these women have been dragging men on social media, I'm sorry, I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. I be just sitting there in the corner, just rolling, just speeding on by. I'm like, I'm not even going to comment because like it don't make no sense, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just not. But I just think it's so funny because no one's taking anyone's shit anymore. I love it. I love it. No one's taking anyone's shit. You can't just tell somebody this is just the way it is. That's no longer a thing. I need facts and explanation. Why is this a thing? I really want to know what you think, because when you really try to get to the core of it, people don't even know what the fuck they think. They don't know what they think because they're not thinking. They're just, again, it's this robotic, this is what I've been taught all my life, you know? And I think that in order to elevate along with life and society and where everything is going, you're going to have to step aside from that. You're going to have to like really question things. You're going to have to really figure out who you are. All of this is going to force you to figure out who you actually are in this world. And you know, I think it's a good thing. Like obviously people like resist change, you know. Sometimes I resist certain changes too, but the truth is a lot of these changes are good for our growth and our spirituality, because we're here not just to be here. We're here to learn, we're here to grow, we're here to have different understandings. We're here to realize that, you know, like this experience that we're having is meant to be enjoyed, but also you live and let people live. You don't dictate how people should live. And you don't belittle people or chastise people for how they choose to live their life, yo. You have to have compassion. I talk about this a lot. Like, even if people are not doing what you think is conducive to life itself and whatever, like, that's not your business. It's not your business to go, you know, try to change somebody. Like, we all know that don't work. How many times you've been in a relationship and trying to change somebody? It don't work. That does not work. That's not how it's supposed to work. And I'm not saying that is what it is, but it is what it is. Okay. There is some things that you just can't go up against, you know, like obviously, like we have no control. We don't have control over how a lot of things are, but we do have control over how we perceive this world, and we have control over ourselves. So that's why it's more important to do inner work to figure out who you are. Don't stop listening to heartbroken people. Stop listening to people with hearts of stone. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen to your own self and your own intuition, and really you'll find the answers there, you know? We're equal. We're not separate. We're on the same page. And until we can collectively understand that, it's going to be a battle. And I'm cool with battle because a lot emerges from that. Obviously some losses, some, but I do think that a lot of wins come from that. And that's the direction that we're moving in. Like whatever you knew before is gone with the old world. Gone. That's it. Done. Stop it. Like let it go. Like, let it go. The more you resist change and things, the harder it is for yourself. And I tell y'all that, but I'm also telling myself that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I realize that, the more I try to resist things, you just make it harder for yourself. You just added more steps unnecessarily, But yeah, that's my little tidbit on men versus women. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Stay tuned though for the ending because I'm gonna do my crystal and card inspiration, and I'm gonna give y'all I want to leave y'all with some good messages and encouragement and all that stuff. So definitely stay to the ending so you could check that out. Show me some love. Follow my page on Instagram, Bohemian Soul 88. I don't really do the Facebook thing that much. So yeah, that's pretty much where you can find me at. Thank you all for listening. And until next time, you guys be safe and well. Love y'all. All right, guys. And as promised, this is my crystal card inspiration because I want to leave you guys with some messages. So these are the 3 cards that I selected. And forgive me because I don't really know the name of these stones, some of them at least. I think this first card, this stone is like blue gold stone. I don't know if you can see it, but it kind of like shimmers. It looks black though, but it's fine. Okay, so this is blue gold stone. The second card is gonna be, I think it's indigo obsidian or blue obsidian, something like that. And then this last card is oh man, I can't remember, but this is like it's like a grayish white black stone. But all right, I'm just gonna call this card number 1, card number 2, card number 3. Okay, so take a deep breath and pick a card. I'm gonna go ahead and read them. So this first card is basically saying, today focus on what makes you happy. It also says, I refuse to sink. All right, and for the second card, it says, our prime purpose in life is to help others. And if you can't help them, at least don't hurt them. Ooh, I feel like this resonated with the video I was talking about today. Who can you help today? And card number 3, forgive yourself for not knowing better at the time. Forgive yourself for giving away your power. Forgive yourself for past behaviors. Forgive yourself for the survival patterns and traits you picked up while enduring trauma. Forgive yourself for being who you needed to be. Cool. So I hope that this resonated with you all. If not, pass the message along to someone else who might need it. And thank you for tuning in. Bye.